warehouse here. Uh, First thing is my cute little IBM X3550 X1. Little box, generates a lot of heat, not much power, but it does a lot for me. This is Windows 2008, and on it I have my primary domain controller for the little bit of Windows I do, but it's helpful. I also have on it, I run vSphere 5.5, so I have the vCenter server running on here. And I also have a lot of data, which sits on this guy right here. So I have net backup running on here. And yeah, so it's the PDC, net backup server, and vCenter server. Connected to here is this bank of disks here, as well as the two internal drives. These are each 3 terabytes, and each one of these is 1 terabyte. So I have a media center deduplication pool set up here, so the backups can stage before they hit the tape pool. This is a Quantum Superloader 3 with a LTO3 tape drive and holds 16 LTO3 tapes. So can pack a lot of data on there. And I have somewhere around 62 LTO3 tapes right now. These guys here are the ESXi servers, and each one of those has one 2.8 gigahertz AMD CPUs and 24 gigabytes of RAM, and they're about to get a next level upgrade. Each one of those CPUs is 4 cores, and this guy here is my file server, just one 6-core CPU, nothing too fancy. Then in here, this is running Solaris and ZFS based file system. So I have 4 SSD drives in a RAID Z setup. Each of those drives is 960 gig. Then I have 4 2 terabyte SATA drives, again in RAID Z setup. And then also I have two 100 gig SATA drives, or SSD drives, sitting behind here, and they're acting as a ZFS memory buffer, because I have a deduplication enabled, and for the deduplication, ZFS needs a place to keep track of the blocks, so kind of keeps it in some memory pool up there. This here is kind of a hacked together little box just to make my stupid little Comcast router rack mountable, which I think is a brilliant little piece of work there. And I also have a environmental control there for the top of rack fans, and they're have dynamic speed based off of the temperature based in various places in the rack. On top, I have a Cisco 1841 router, which I use to segregate the public world from the private world. So the Comcast router plugs directly into one interface, and my network plugs directly into the other interface, and I have ACL rules and a little bit of deep packet inspection going on, so I just kind of keep the bad guys out and the good guys in. And I have a good old-fashioned serial port console server up here, just so if things go completely awry, I can still access my equipment. On the bottom, I have two UPSs, each one of those, and these are 220 volt. Each one starts off as 1500 volt amp, and then I have a second battery pack which brings the each UPS up to 2400 volt amp. So there's a little bit of backup power up there. It'll power this whole rack for about 35 minutes, which is nice. And then I have a distribution switch, which all the equipment, most of this equipment has two power supplies in it. But for the things that don't, like this box here, this disc, these two units, so on and so forth, they're connected here. So, and this guy gets power off of both those UPSs. So if one UPS fails, all the equipment still has power, which is nice. And back, I have Brocade 200E, 4 gig, 16 port fiber switch, and most of my disc, except for a few little items, is fiber connected. So I have a fiber to SCSI bridge for my tape drives. So that allows my tape drives to be accessible over the SAN. Then my file server, which is right here, he's over the SAN, and that allows ESX to be real happy with SAN connected disk. Then also I have a 48 port plus 4 fiber port Cisco CAT 3560 switch, which is way more ports than I need, but I had a 24 port before, and when I started playing with some FCOE and some iSCSI, I quickly ran out of ports on that thing, so I said, what the hell? So went for 64 or 48 ports, and that's been very helpful with the connectivity. And that about covers it. Actually, yeah, I have two 220 outlets up here, each one feeding one UPS. So I have full power redundancy, except for the fact that I only have those going to one circuit panel. But hey, it's a house, so what do you expect? Then I have the patch panel up here. I don't have anything in here patch panel that just direct runs to everything. I did patch panels before, and it was a pain in the rear end, so I custom make my own cables, so that keeps everything somewhat tidy, as you see. Yeah, patch panel just to have things run off to other places in the house and whatnot. So you know, I have these two fiber cables. One goes off to the living room entertainment center. One goes off to the bedroom, which is pretty much overkill, or the computer room, but it's overkill. But hey, have a gig switch up there with fiber connection, so might as well. And I do it properly with conduit. You know, if you do fiber, please do it in conduit, and have proper patch paneling for it. You know, please. You want production with your fiber. Treat your fiber nice, then it'll treat you nice. And I do I have a properly terminated connection for the cable coming in as well for the cable internet. That's currently at 50 megabits up, or 50 megabits down, 7 megabits